name is Mahfoum. In today's video, I will be talking about 4 ways to create happiness in your life. The first point is gratitude. Now, what is gratitude? Gratitude is say way of saying thank you. It could be to to your spouse. It could be to anything or any person. So what happens is when you practice gratitude, you are attracting more happiness in your life. It's almost like when you take, why do you take vitamin? Because so that there's so many things we cannot eat. Sometimes the food, we need, sometimes we need vitamin because of because it's lacking in your diet, or maybe we cannot afford it. Like for our, there's some what do you call dry fruits. They're very costly. We cannot eat them every day. So what we do, we buy a vitamin, and we can find those nutrients or dry foods on that vitamin, and we take it. So it's almost like creating more, attracting more happiness in your life. People need very less things to remain to be happy in life. But what happens is what Gautam Buddha once says, desire leads to suffering. We want more things. The more and more things, it leads to more happiness. Unhappiness in your life. When you practice gratitude, you are actually creating that environment of happiness in your life. You're attracting this positive energy in your life. Like more, it's not like it's not like some kind of mathematics that you have to be a scientist to know about it, or you have to to practice you have to be a scientist or something like that. No, it's not like that. It's not that hard. You can easily practice this. What you have to do is you have to write it down. Like, I thank myself for this. I want to thank like for this pen. Someone created it, so I can say a thank to this pen. I can say thank you to the post person who created it, to the company person who are laborers, wages labor who created it. So what I am doing is I am attracting more happiness in life. I am thanking everyone, and we are creating this environment of happiness. So in order to be happy, you have to thank everyone. You need, because you cannot live alone. That's the first thing you have to know. You need person. You need a group of people. You cannot, those, like, there are many people who are helping me us day-to-day life. For this cloth, I didn't create it. I bought it from market, and someone created, some company, some laborers created it. There were so many people behind it to create this simple this piece of cloth. Even for these bottles, I bought it from market. So someone created it. There are so many people who created it. So I can say thank you to the. And it says that when you thank more, you attract more happiness in your life. That's why it's necessary that you practice gratitude to create more happiness in your life. Next point is doing what you love. Doing what doing what you love. This is the one of the thing you have to know. Suppose you do not like engineering, you cannot enjoy it. Just like why I keep making motivational video, because I loved it, because I know I can do it. This is why not only I know that I can do it, I also love doing it. That is why I'm creating. When you can, if you see my videos, you will find that sometimes I find difficult to explain things, but still I'm trying to reach that perfection, to be better, practicing it to become better and better. So what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, despite knowing that people may laugh at me, this person is can't even explain. He's making videos on these topics. I know that people might like it. So social media and all this so easy that people can criticize it for simple reason. I know that, I've seen, but despite knowing that, because I loved it, that is why I'm doing it, because I loved it. This is what our second point says: do what you love. uh, in one of the famous speech, Steve Jobs, founder of Apple, he told that he said to the group of this a student who was about to graduate, he told that he said to them that do not settle until you find what you love. That is what it is said. Now the question is how to find it, the what you love. Keep on doing in your free time. Maybe you are a student, study your during study. Don't do all these things that you want. Those things that that you are. And don't do all your don't practice your hobby during your study. During your study, you study, and when you find time, maybe try a game. Maybe you may like reading a books. You can anything, any you can make a living from any out of anything in this world right now because of internet. We can make our hobby as a art of living. There are so many there are so many things I can give you. I can give you countless example. Like people love uh, collecting toys, and then they they make video, and then they start earning money because when and there are some people who love cooking. They might earn a living from cooking. There are some people who what to say love to make video, and they sell their video. They love it, and they make a out of living from that. Even some people who love journaling, they used to sell some scrap stickers and all that. Yeah, that's true. People are even buying that. Even I have that in my room right now. So I'm not in my room, so I cannot show you right now, but it's there in my room. So what they're doing, they're making living out of what they love. So you must find what you love. You may take time, but don't settle until you find it. Keep searching. You may find it. Don't discourage if you don't find it. If you are in a job that you don't love, don't get discouraged. Stick to that job and find that what you love. Once you become sure that I can leave this job and move on to the next one, do that. But don't take this risks of leaving your job and suddenly you are in a what do you call, you're creating a danger for your life and your family. Don't do that. Uh, keep searching for what you love, and then move on to that thing. The third point is stop procrastinating. The procrastinating is one of the biggest thing. I also do procrastinating many times. I remember one time I was procrastinating for many days and months, weeks, again and again and again. Suddenly, when I did that thing that I wanted to do, I feel really great. I feel like it was almost like I was carrying a heavy lot of bag in my back, entirely getting rid from my back. It's almost like create you're carrying a bucket with your hand from two side, and you have to carry from even like a short distance, and only this bucket full of water, when you keep it on the ground, you feel like almost relieved. You almost feel like you're you feel good, like almost like when you are really hungry and you eat the food, you feel like, oh, it's awesome. Anyway, I felt that way. So what you're doing when you stop, when you keep procrastinating, you are attracting, you are creating unnecessary unhappiness in you, because you want to do, but that fear, that uncertainty keeps stopping you from doing that. That's why Dr. Joy Dispenza, he said that to know the future, create it. That's what he says. If you want to know the future, create it. That's what, like, I don't know how much this video will cost. Maybe it could be 0 likes. No one will might not like. No one might not see it. But how will I know if I don't make this video and send it to, upload it to YouTube? How will I know people will ever like it or not? How will I know? In order to know whether this video will like by people or not, I have to create it. Sorry. by creating this video, I know that people will love it. So that's the point. So when you start procrastinating, you are freeing happiness in your life. You're not creating that unnecessary junk in your head. You're like, oh, I should have done it, I should have done it, maybe I should have done it. If I would have done, I would have been here, my parents are there, because because of that talent. No, it's not about talent. They pick up along the way, they become better. The first, if you all you will see that many YouTubers will say my first video was worse, my second video was a little bit better, third video was a little bit better, then I improve, after improvement, and then they become better. That's how it is. If you stop procrastinating, the fear of uncertainty goes away, the happiness suddenly disappear, because you are directly going to take darkness and you're attracting to that uncertainty. The next point is creating a beautiful environment. This is one of the important point, because see, your all these things depends on this, because see, the environment determines your life. Because if you have a good environment, that's why in SMS it is said, Mark Saipuli, sorry, it said that if you look at the plane, PLN plane, PLNT plane, PLNT plane. So like plane, like mother. So it's almost like if mother is good, daughter will be good. If the mother is bad, daughter will be bad. So it's depend on the it's all depend on the it's depend on the environment, the where you're living. How is it good? Is it bad? Or is it worse? These things are organized. You every day, directly or indirectly, you picking up energy from this environment. You're picking up this energy. So it's better that you know about it. Whether you have to know that is it if is it bad environment, then clean it up. If is it good, then great. Do whatever you can to keep your environment clean. The more environment you're clean, your study table is clean, the more you will feel better, the more your thinking will be good.